guys? Welcome back to another Prestige Productions here. I am a mixing engineer, host Andrew Rayburn here. Remember to go on, hit me up on my YouTube channel here. And if you want to donate to my Cash App, click on that little green box right there. And of course, but be sure to hit me up on pristineproductions.webstars.com. Click shop now. Get the latest in dancehall, soca, reggae beats, afro, the whole works. And also, if you want to buy my mixing course here, you can click on that buy now. Get the soca mixing and the reggae here. But today we got a very special treat here. Remember, if you guys want to get pro mixing and mastering here, I have the pro mixing mastering service. All you got to do is contact me on my email at Pristine Productions 501 at gmail.com. But today we're going to be talking about pro dancehall vibes here, mixing tips and tricks here. So let's get right down into it here. And that is the track there that I produced. Is a fresh dancehall track here. Welcome to the show, guys, and I want to shout out to all the artists and all the producers. So we're going to be talking about pro dancehall vibes here, mixing tips and tricks, how to get that authentic pro dancehall vibe. So a lot of producers, I say from time to time, every now and then, if you guys want to learn how to create authentic dancehall, you got to study the culture. I'm not against new sound. I like what the new dancehall is doing here with a little bit of crossbeat of hip hop. But I'm being honest here. If you look at dancehall from the 90s up to 2000, man, those rhythms are still going strong. You want to maintain that dancehall Jamaican vibe. You want to get that bounce like what you're hearing right now. So let's get down into it here. I'm going to show you some little tips and tricks about this vibe and how we get that mix to sound a little bit thicker, a little bit fat here. So let's start off with the track here. Now, first thing I started off with some drums here from one of the Korg workstation here. It's a very simple bounce here with the drums. I'm going to play that part here. So let's see what Brother Ray did with the track here. And I'm going to turn off the effects here. So I'll put up the drum kit here, and I have the SSL channel strip and a EQ here. I'm going to show you what I did. Now this particular track, this drum kit, I didn't separate the kick and the drum. When I went through the workstation, I found that the drums was sounding nice the way how it's being arranged. Like, to me, the kick and the snare is at a good level. So I went and improvised and did some mixing on that. So I'm going to turn off the SSL here. Now what I needed here was a little bit of a low end here on the mix here, because we want to make sure we're getting that fat sound. So I'm boosting here, let's see, I'm boosting about 8 dB at 100 hertz on the shelf mode. For those of you that do not know about the shelf, basically there's a bell shape when you're boosting EQ, but we're using the shelf. So everything from 20 hertz all the way up to 100. I'm using a ramp here, so I'm pushing all of that up here with the SSL. I'm not isolating on just the low frequency there. So, and I'm going to explain the other EQ on the right that you're seeing here. So I'm boosting that. I'm going to turn on the SSL here. Here we go. On. Off. Listen to the fatness of the kick drum and also the snare drum. Sound a little bit more fatter, a little bit more modern. That's the sound that we want to go for. Now on the right here, I'm doing the opposite of what I was saying earlier. Now I was sensing that the drum made a little bit more low end there. The shelf was doing very nice, but a little bit more low end on the 39 hertz. So I'm boosting here. I'm boosting about 4 dB at 39 here. What did I do here? Hit Control Z. I went ahead and hit a button by mistake. 39 hertz here, so I'm gonna unmute that. There we go. Off. On. It's giving a little bit more thump on that sub bottom end there, since we're hitting the 39 hertz here. So that's what I'm doing here. Simple bounce arrangement. And I have the hi-hats information here. You want to make sure your rhythm section is powerful. That's how you get artists to work with you, and that's how you get clients to hire you to mix for them. Once you're showing that you know how to mix with power, you're getting that kick drum slamming, you get that snare, everything sound nice and smooth. That's what the artists are looking for. Now to top it off here, I'm adding a little bit of reverb to the whole drum kit here. Get a little bit of zone. And so after that, I went ahead and added a little bit of synthesizer here. I'm going to play that. Here we go. I wanted this to be a lean, mean, killer dancehall machine. Now for the synthesizer here, I'm stringing now these are simple elements. It's a very simple rhythm. There's not a whole lot going on there, but it sounds big, it sounds fat, it sounds like a monster, and it's ready for artists like Who's the Celebrity or Shanzia, that kind of vibe. So I'm putting up the EQ here, and check this out. I'm gonna mute the EQ. Here we go. Synthesizer is very thin here. Now I'm going to turn on the EQ. Here we go. You can feel that lift in that synthesizer. So I'm boosting 140 here at about 6 dB, and I'm boosting a little bit of 500 about 5 dB, and I'm boosting 1.68K in the mid-range about, let's see here. Now I'm actually boosting 6 dB at 2K with a fairly wide bell. I wanted to affect the mid-range here. The synthesizer was lacking mid-range and a little bit of body, so that's where this frequency comes in. And a little bit topping on the 5K at about 1 dB. So I went from thin to fat. And I added a little bit of lead sound. Didn't do much to that. That's the important thing, guys. EQ, especially if you're a professional engineer, you got to make sure you're EQing properly. EQ can really bring out the sound to, give it all this glimmer and shine. So let's get down to the bass here. Let's see what I did here. I'm playing the bass. Now what I'm doing with this bass guitar here, I'm adding 3 elements here. I'm adding a little bit of saturation on the NLS. I'm adding some EQ here on the lower mid-range, a little bit of decapitator here. Now sometimes, very rarely, I go ahead and boost the bass information, because I prefer not boosting the low end on the bass unless the bass is really thin and it's lacking body. Then I would go ahead and boost some of the lower hertz. You might say, Ray, it shouldn't be that you boost the bass. You should add a amp or something. There's no rules, guys, but a good practice is to, if the bass has a good bottom end and you feel like it needs a little bit more presence, check on the lower mid-range here. A lot of people may go on the 60 and feel like I need to boost it, then they get the bass like over crowded. There's too much low end. It's gonna get the mix muddy. So I'm gonna turn off the EQ here. I'm gonna play the bass here. Now check this out. I'm boosting the 500 hertz era. Check this out. Turn it on. I'm getting a more lower mid-range lift here, and I'm going to turn on the decapitator here. It's going to add some harmonic saturation below the 30 hertz era. Check this out. Man, I'm getting a lot of power here, and I'm not boosting any low end. I'm using distortion. That's the beautiful thing. Now what happens when I bring in the kick drum, and that's what we want. And that's pretty much it, guys. On the vocal here, I'm just doing a little bit of distortion here with the guitar stomp box here. I want that kind of a little bit of telephone distortion kind of texture on this dancehall rhythm, so that's what I'm doing there. Yeah, I got a little bit of sampling here going here. So very important tip, guys, to make sure you're EQing properly, understand what instrument needs, what it's lacking. If it needs a little bit of low end, don't be afraid, especially for the bass. People may feel like you need more 50, 60. True if the bass is thin, but if it already has bottom end, but it needs a little bit of a more presence power, use distortion plugins, take machines, and try to boost a little bit of those 500 lower mid-range area. Give it a little bit more acoustic feel. A little bit present there. So I'm gonna stop there, guys. Remember, you can hit me up if you want me to mix a master for you. I charge regional prices, guys. Hit me up and I'll catch you guys on the next one. This has been a great lesson for you. Style,